So we're on Eau Gallie, right after US 1, kind of across the street from the abandoned building that's behind the Starbucks there on US 1. Fortunately, right across the street from City of Melbourne's Fire Department, Station 71. It's right in the back of this furniture, Atlantic Fine Furniture and Mattress store. It appears that something in the back of the store sparked the fire to go off. It was a pretty severe fire. People were seeing it all the way across from the river on the Eau Gallie Causeway. Um, Created a very large stack of smoke. You can see the very large response from Melbourne Fire Department. I don't see any Brevard County Fire Rescue. Looks like it might just all be Melbourne Fire Department that got out here to try to extinguish this fire. We'll see if we can get a better look for you and maybe talk to someone about exactly what happened. So it looks like there's a vehicle back there as well. Still see some active flames going on. So it looks like there's a truck that's back there that's been destroyed. So this looks like the back of the store. It looks like they stopped it from getting to, there's a house that backs right up to the back fence here. Still see some flames on the parts of the structure now. Again, this is US 1 and Eau Gallie, close to the US 1 Eau Gallie intersection that we see there. So it looks like they may have stopped it from actually getting inside the building. This looks like an outside storage area.
State investigator, he'll be in about 2 hours.
This is you guys' building? You want to talk about what happened? Do you know what happened?
We don't know.
You don't know what happened? Just so nobody was there when it happened?
We don't know anything.
Okay, gotcha.
Very little.
Gotcha. All right. Is this just an outside storage area that's back here, or is that part of it?
It was a covered.
Gotcha.
Covered thing. It wasn't really. That's the owner's building.
Right here. Okay.
They're the owners of all the buildings.
I got you. So it looks like they might have stopped it from actually getting inside the building, maybe?
There's a door there. Nothing in the building.
Good.
No one's suspecting arson. There's no arson. Who would do it in the middle of the day when everyone's here?
Right. And you're right across the street from the fire department. Yeah.
So it's just highly combustible materials.
What's normally back there? Like furniture, mattresses, stuff like that, or?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Furniture.
I see.
Fortunately, nothing happened inside the building. This wasn't even enclosed. It never was enclosed. It was open. We put all the containers around it in front of it. Packing a lot of shit in there, I guess. I don't know.
I got you.
I'm better not saying anything except,
I hear you. We're live right now, by the way.
We are live?
Yeah, I'm probably with the Space Coast rocket. Oh, you're fine.
The main thing is no one got hurt.
Yeah, that's always the number one concern. And then you have concern about the firefighters if they get hurt. They look like
Look at
they're
the
all
firefighters. You got a million of them out here. These guys are Johnny on the spot.
Oh yeah, they do a great job. I cover a lot of these things, and they get here so quickly.
No, it's external.
So it looks like the firefighters are still working on, some of the structure here. That firefighters still have on their protective equipment. They're bringing out some heavy-duty equipment to start dismantling some of the structure. According to the gentleman I was just speaking to, he's the owner of the building, but not the business. He says that this was an outside storage area that was, just had a makeshift roof on it and surrounded with a chain link fence. But according to him, nothing inside the building has actually been destroyed as far as he knows. So, but different story outside here in the storage facility area. Uh, Everything's completely destroyed there. You can see the number of firefighters here. Looks like some kind of mill van or storage van, storage container back there as well that they're working on. So, and you can see that that vehicle was completely destroyed. The gentleman you just saw walk by us in the white shirt, he's the owner of the business of the furniture store that this is located at. So everyone saw the big plume of smoke, coming down Eau Gallie Causeway. Oh, there's still flames inside that. So I'm not sure if that's coming through on the camera. I can't necessarily zoom in right now. But still an active fire inside that storage container. So there's lots of furniture and mattresses apparently is stored inside there, and that is still burning. So that's why you see these firefighters going in there now with their mask on and their other protective equipment, so they can go inside this enclosed space, to try to extinguish that fire that's still burning inside that storage container. And it's burning pretty good. So they're putting some water on those flames now. Hopefully they're able to get that out. But when things are stacked up so tightly as they may be inside there, sometimes it's a lot harder to get those flames out than you would think. So they're going to have to soak that thing pretty good, not only to get the fire out, but to try to stop it from kicking back up again. So get a better shot there of the back of the building. This back area was completely destroyed. Um, they're still trying to get those flames out that are on the wood frame of this storage structure that he had built back here. Looks like the hose may have, the nozzle on the hose may have popped off there. So looks like the nozzle of one of the fire hoses may have popped off there, and gave everybody a quick little shower. But so they're going inside that one storage van or storage container. You can see there's another one right next to it. There's actually two right next to it. One that's open, one that doesn't look like it's been damaged at all. As you can see, some of the furniture cartons inside that they pulled out of there. So far, what we've been told is that there are no injuries, and that's the most important thing. Obviously, there's quite a bit of structural damage to this business. Um, One of the men that we spoke to mentioned the possibility of arson, but he said he doesn't think that's the case because it's happened in the middle of the day right across the street from a fire department. But they have not ruled that out yet, and they have a state investigator on the way now to kind of make that assessment. So you can hear that saw going right now that she's currently using to try to gain access to the back of that storage container without having to go inside it the way that they are. Probably cutting around the back area of it. And you can see just how close it came to this residential area. That's backed up right to the fence where this fire was. No less than 25 feet away from the fence. So, so they're still working on getting that container fire out. Looks like they got everything out outside here. There's still some flames on top of what's left of the wood frame of this storage structure. But they're trying to get that fire out from the outside of the container, and at the same time they are working on cutting that container open to gain access to another point of entry to try to work on that. So it looks like with inside that storage container are a lot of boxes of furniture that need to be assembled that you would typically get, from ordering something from Amazon or what have you. So that storage container is completely destroyed. There's another one right next to it that's got some damage to it. And then that white one that you see there all the way to the left, it looks like it hasn't been harmed at all. And according to the owners of the building, it doesn't sound like any damage was done to anything inside the building. But he says that the owner of this business had this outside storage area uh, packed to the max, which would explain the high volume of smoke that people saw from around Melbourne at different points. So, so they're having some difficulty with one of the lines there. Something keeps popping off there. Looks like it's something that adjoins the line. So you see these firefighters here taking their breaks. It's already hot as it is, but they have all this equipment that's increasing their body temperature exponentially. Um, and just doing this high intensity physical labor as well. So they have to take frequent breaks. They have to keep hydrating themselves, and that's why we have such a large response here, so that they can continue to fight this fire safely without causing any injury, unnecessary injury to themselves. So they're still working on that container fire there. Looks like most of the fire is out here on the outside. Still see some flames, just on some little flames on the wood frame area there. You can see that I guess moving truck has been completely destroyed as well. But thankfully, um, no injuries, no personnel hurt, and from what we've been told so far, nothing inside the building itself has been damaged. So you can see they're bringing a replacement nozzle to place on the end of one of those hoses that apparently keeps popping off, causing that big shower of rain or water that you see there. So a lot of things going on. In addition to this, there's a vehicle fire on 95 South by mile marker 224 in Mims area. According to the law enforcement broadcast, there was a handgun that was inside the vehicle that was on fire that all of a sudden began popping off. Those were their words exactly. So, out of abundance of caution, they shut down all southbound traffic on I-95 up at mile marker 224 in Mims, just because you have rounds flying out of a vehicle that's on fire. Don't know that that's been resolved yet. We haven't got any notifications that they have opened that back up yet. But if you're heading that way or coming from the north, just know that you're going to have to find an alternate route. All 95 South traffic has been stopped up there in the Mims area. So looks like they got this pretty much under control. You see the firefighters resting there. You can hear some fire alarms going off. And we're going to pretty much wrap up our coverage as we get ready to head to some other things going on as well. Make sure we stay out of their way so that they can do their job while we start to do ours. That's the owner there in the truck. Maybe we'll see if he wants to comment at all. Hey, sir, I'm Robert with the Space Coast Rocket. Do you know what happened? You have any idea what happened?
Not yet. We can find out from these guys.
Okay, gotcha. Was the store open at all, or is it closed today? It's open. And nobody's been hurt as far as you know? Okay, great. Good. All right. So we'll wrap it up from here. Again, this is Eau Gallie in the US 1 area. Looks like they got Eau Gallie eastbound is closed. There at the railroad tracks. You certainly can't come west on Eau Gallie either, at least up to probably Sarno or Croton, whatever road is intersection is next up there. Um, so keep that in mind as you're coming this way. Looks like US 1 traffic is back to normal, north and south, and then going east over the Eau Gallie Causeway looks like it's back to normal, but you won't be able to be coming east or west in this small area. You might have to go somewhere else to get your Starbucks for the time being. Thankfully, this happened right across the street from Melbourne Fire Department, Firehouse 71. I'm sure that had a lot to do with being able to get this out and minimize the damage as most as they could. So, but again, thanks guys. We got out here as quickly as we could. Thanks for sending us the photos and videos of what was going on. Came out here to get the story for you, and we'll keep you guys informed. This is Robert with the Space Coast Rocket. Everybody, be safe.
Hey, this is Jerry with On Point Wildlife Removal. If you think you might have critters in your attic like squirrels, bats, rats, or raccoons, give us a call today. We'll come out, we'll take a look, we'll give you a free quote to get them out, to seal up your home, and clean up whatever mess they left behind. We're locally owned and operated, and we're fully licensed and insured.